Guys, welcome back to Web Gaming Central. We are back in Mass Effect Part 1, the first game, first release of the trilogy, and we're going to continue on our story. Again, guys, a lot of dialogue in this game, so again, I hope you're in for the long haul, and I hope this sort of thing doesn't, well, it's an acquired taste, because there's a lot. It's like a movie, so I won't be commenting as much, but you would definitely hear me commenting in this video. But I'll try not to interrupt any dialogue because that's, you know, it's a very interesting story, very lovely story. So guys, let's get going. Gonna go ahead and meet some of our crew here, new crew.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Another thing, I need to turn up the volume, actually. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot, so let's meet Kaidan.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. Doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
My family were homesteaders on Mindwar. I'm the only one left. But I've moved beyond that.
Oh, that's right, a Kuz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain's briefing was confidential.
Understood, ma'am. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Okay, so that's Kaidan, and we're just gonna go ahead and meet everybody.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaidan's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
One thing to note, guys, there's a whole book series on this game too. But let's meet Ashley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out. And you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Okay, like I was saying, some very interesting characters. For those of you who have not played, those of you who have played, I know, you're like, yeah, we know. But I'm actually going to treat this as if, though, the viewers and you guys have not played this before. And it's worth doing that, because it's just such a great game. After you've played it a while, you might lose your, I'm going to take all this, your excitement, I guess, after a while. But anyway, what I was saying is there's a whole book series, so what I will do at some point is list the books and what order you should probably read them. So let's go ahead down to the lower levels of the ship. And very good books. But Saren, the villain here, he has a book that is timed before this game, and it's a very good book. So written by Drew Karpyshyn, and very good book. So no crew members down here yet, but we do have everybody's locker. We could change their equipment here. I'm not gonna go do it. But we have a requisitions guy and the Mako, which I think I can get a codex entry. There we go. Let's meet our requisition officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
So, we have a little requisitions guide. We can buy stuff right on our ship, which is pretty cool. Of course, most of it is expensive. I'm going to buy the medic gel upgrade right from the beginning, and the grenade upgrade. Goes without saying how important those are, but comparisons you can do, just so that you know what you're getting. Assault rifle, I already have a better one, the Avenger. Armor, though, on the other hand, because I'm a soldier, I should be able to unlock this. That's the heavy armor. This is the medium, and I don't have enough for it. See? Insufficient credits. Not even the light armor one, which is cool, but you can't preview it at the moment. At the moment. Yet. Or not even yet, but it's just not going to happen. This is an older game, so any upgrades to this probably we won't see. Let's get the codex first. Okay, and then let's meet Engineer Adams.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Actually, not yet. We will eventually, though. But pay attention to the characters, guys. You will see a lot of these guys throughout the entire, you may or may not, depending on what happens to them, throughout the entire trilogy, but I won't spoil it for anybody. I'm gonna, definitely keep spoilers away. So, if you haven't seen it and you want to play this through with me, don't worry, I'm gonna see it completely through, all the way until the very last game, of course, and all the DLC associated with it. We already came from there, so let's go up to the bridge. Now, I urge you not to look at the comments, because probably there will be some spoilers, because most people, I'll say, have played this before. So just know that. Yep, there's a codex down here, FTL Comlink codex, and you can read all the codex in the game. Yeah. That's just the other way down to the lower levels. Oh, Presley. Let's go back to Presley. Something to say, I think.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Not much, but enough. And let's go ahead to the cockpit where Joker, Seth Green, is, and let's head to the Citadel.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Awesome.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
So, the fun shall commence. Right, so this is where we are. Whoopsie doodles. Right, so we're in Udina's office, and yes, now it's time to do some exploring. We know what we have to do. Let's see, there's something in here that we can slice. Now this will start giving us some side missions, and the greatest part about this game, which I think I like what they did with, when I actually have more, I'm trying my best not to talk about the Mass Effect 2 and 3, but I love the side quest in this game where you can travel to different planets and whatnot. But let's go ahead and do some more dialogue here.
Okay. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence.
Okay guys, I'm going to turn up the conversation volume a tad because of the dialogue, because apparently you guys weren't able to hear. And plus, when they start talking, I stop talking, so that's a good time, or a good reason to turn up the volume a tad. So on the dialogue. So there we go. Speaking of, let me save my game. It's always a good thing to do. Okay. And let's go.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus Ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
Let's see. Yes, there is something you can do for me. How about...
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
See, let's start with history.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Salarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Okay.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Dude really has a problem with humans. Anyway, so let's continue moving on. Though I do like the Volus. Very interesting species. More financial experts than anything else. So let's see. Oh, of course, I remember her.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Okay. So guys, I would go ahead and talk to Avina, which is a big explanation for everything on the Citadel. And there's a bunch of her around the place. So, but I'll try to explain myself so that, you know, we don't have to stop moving. So let's actually run over here and just explore just a tad bit. I want to do a completionist type of game, but without getting boring. So I'm going to definitely just focus on the things that matter, or that are interesting in some way or another.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Give me those. I'll take it. Thank you. And look at these guys. Interesting, right? Interesting.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
Interesting.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Oh, likewise. You know, let me turn it up even more. That way, you know, I don't see why not. So, sound, dialogue. Let's get it full blast on the dialogue there. Honestly, I can probably get away with a little bit more music sound too. Music is great in this game. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, and save, of course. Presidium. Or probably should go ahead and skip all the saving and stuff and do that on my own time. But let's keep looking around. Who's over here? Oh, yes. Palin.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising.
Okay. Lost my got disconnected there, so let's go ahead, not disconnected, but kicked out the game. So let's pick up where we left off.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Okay. Let's see.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres? They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Why not just run around real fast and mess around on his computer? He doesn't care. Ooh, just made it. So that's another side quest that you can pick up and check out and look into it. Following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, few are tolerated. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Ada Cluster, something like that. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. So we have to kind of go take a look into what's going on there. Well, we can go take a look at that.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Okay.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, I remember her. Sana.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
I'm sure you are.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
One of those things again. Anyway, let's go ahead and leave. I already talked to him. We already talked. Whoops. Put that away. No need to brandish weapons out here. Okay, so guys, we can actually call it a video. We will come back and do some more exploring.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Well, actually, what we're gonna do is go and speak to fast travel spots. But we have to go down here and speak to wait a minute, which way is it? Which way did she go? Actually, we can go speak to Shaira. Just in the spirit of exploring. So we're going to explore the Citadel, guys. Probably will take up 2 videos or so. And only because I'm trying to be complete here, so I don't want to rush through everything. But at the same time, don't want to go to doing boring stuff. So I'll just, you know, do the things that matter. And they matter in a way or another because...
5 times now.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like Keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
And yet, everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If you try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
The game is so beautiful. Okay, so guys, we're going to go ahead and end it here. We'll come back in the next video and continue on. Get to the bottom of what's going on with Saren, so we can do our hero thing. So guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.